with them pennies. Zora's lost with the 5. Would you get married, have kids at an earlier age if you knew that you lose 90% of your eggs by 90? That's a 42 plus single career woman.
30.
Oh yeah, by 30.
Oh,
That a
horrible
42
grammar.
plus single career woman are the saddest people in the West. Yeah, that was the statistic I was
Horrible
talking about.
grammar.
Yeah, but that's a statistic I was talking about. 42 plus single career women are the saddest people in the West. And your eggs are gone 90% by the age of 30. Would you get married, have kids at an earlier age? What about you? Would you? Would you get married and have kids at an earlier age, knowing those facts?
Yeah. I think it's good to get married early. I feel like it'll be too late if you try to get married then, because I done seen my father. He done got married 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So he got married when he was young, which was he learned, with the first one, but he didn't really learn for real.
He didn't learn enough. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he got into the second one. He didn't learn, but he knew enough to, when he got to the third one, it was okay. It was good. And that's where I learned. I was like, I actually want to get married, because you have to work with dudes. You have to be understanding with them, because, not everybody perfect. I'm not perfect. Everybody not perfect. And we ain't gonna, like I said, we're not going to sit up here and act like we just a 10.
Yeah.
And everybody like 5's 4.
Yeah. Remember, 5 is average, so it's not like. So when I called myself a 4, guys, I just said I was slightly below average, which I don't mind saying about myself. I gotta ask: is your dad? Were you raised by your mom and your dad together, or just your dad?
I was just raised by my mom.
And then she had a stepdad, or you have a stepdad? No.
Yeah, my mom raised me, and then I got older. I started going through like man problems, and so I started talking to my dad more about it. And it was like some good pointers, and it was I'm observant too, so I observed a lot of stuff, and it was more like, okay, so this is what happens when this happens, and this is what happened. Oh, I'm not gonna do that next time, because I wish I would let that happen to me again, because it's like my emotions, my feelings be real deep, and I don't want to have to hurt nobody's son. I would hate to do that.
Yeah. I feel you. What about you? After reading those statistics, would you get married or have kids at an earlier age?
So I'm only 22.
Mm-hmm.
So, no. Like,
doesn't matter
in the future.
You
like,
just freeze the eggs.
Like, yeah, no, because not necessarily like. Does that mean like my eggs are gonna be like, even if some eggs are gone, like what does that mean? Like
90% of your eggs are gone by 30. It's geriatric pregnancy at 35.
But like I just don't think. Because even if I do it now and I get even if 90, say I have a baby right now with the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
Just because and he don't take care of his kids, just because my 90% of my eggs was gonna be gone, like just forcing. I feel like that's forcing it.
It's not about forcing it. It's
that
about
is forcing it.
No. I'm not ever. You gotta understand. I never try to push people to force anything. The problem is that most people aren't being self-conscious about certain things that are negative about them. So they come on the show, and I try to open you up to maybe seeing that you might have some of these negative qualities, and if you remove them, you might have access to a whole new type of man that wouldn't be a shitty guy.
No, but
the problem is a lot of women attract shitty men because of what you're putting out there.
So I'm shitty because I don't want to have kids right now?
I'm not saying that at all. I said sometimes y'all attract shitty men because of what you're putting out there.
What does that have to do with?
Because of how you act and how you are.
Okay, but think about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a young woman, right? I'm graduating. I'm trying to get my shit together, do all this other stuff. What am I going to do with a man and a baby right now? I have so much life to see.
Like I said, I'm not trying to tell you to do that right now.
But I'm saying that's the question, right? If I was older,
and I'll tell you why it's a big deal to start right now. Because if you look at how money works today, if your parents wanted to retire right now, it cost about $1.5 to $2 million is what you would need saved in your HSA or your IRA or your 401k. That's what you would need. So in about 30 years, whenever I'll be retiring, because I'm 31, my generation is going to need $4.5 to $5 million to be able to retire. Most women get their retirement from their husbands. Okay. So if you start this now and you find a good man now that has a good job with a 401k, HSA or IRA, and he's about his savings, stuff like that, you're going to be fully taken care of in 40 years whenever you're retiring.
That's the thing. That's me banking on a man to make sure that my man going to have everything together. I don't want to do that.
It's not about banking. It's about being a team player. It's about having a teammate. And if you want to go through life, if you want to go through life by yourself, that's fine. But you're not going to make it far. If you have a partner to go through everything with, to help you save and to help you be your teammate, you're going to make it way further.
Okay, what happens if he
dies?
We
banking on this one man.
What happens if what if he goes and wakes up one day and says, okay, well, I don't want to be with you anymore?
Then that's why you do a prenup that has it set up to where you're going to get money. You can sign a prenup to where you get a certain amount.
From a very male perspective, that's like ignorant to a certain extent, because at the end of the day, a woman, if you have a kid, you need to be prepared to take care of that child by yourself, regardless of if you have a great partner, regardless if you have a husband. You have to be financially prepared, mentally prepared, all of that, because you can't leave.
And nobody's telling you that you shouldn't have all that. You should have all that.
No,
and
but
the thing is, if you
is,
sign a prenup correctly, and if he sets it up correctly, and he actually cares about
That's some white
you will
people
be
shit.
taken care of.
But
Like,
that's the
you-
right
like-
thing.
like-
That's the right shit.
like-
That's the right shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you advice on how
If
things
y'all
should be
gonna get
done
married, y'all might
correctly.
want to do it right. That's
Yeah,
what
do
I'm
it
saying.
correctly. I'm telling you how to do it correctly. The problem is that a lot of people get married and they do it the wrong way,
They just
and then
doing
they
it
hate
because
marriage
it's
forever, and they
You
talk
te-
shit about it forever
you
whenever
telling
you
me-
did it wrong.
You telling me to get my husband and make $50,000 to sign a prenup? Be for real.
Yes,
But
because
that's
you
Be
can
for
put,
real, y'all. Be
If
for
I'm
real.
gonna marry somebody, you gonna have to sign a prenup if we're gonna get married, because that's an agreement. That's like if I die, you can have my.
Let me
So
explain
y'all
what a
are
prenup-
business.
hold on.
Y'all are being married in
salary of
business.
$40,000 a year.
Let me explain to you what a
What
prenup.
assets
Let
we
me
have.
explain to you what a prenup is really quick, because it sounds like everybody
I
doesn't
know what
fully
a
know.
prenup is.
Hold on, no, I'm about to
very
go.
much
Hold
do.
on, let me go into detail of why it's important really quick, okay? The reason why it's important is because if you don't get a prenup, the judge is deciding everything. But if you do a prenup, you can put right there on the paper, if we divorce, this is what's going to happen. This is how you're going to be taken care of. This is how everything's going to be done. Otherwise, it goes to some guy to make all those decisions. That's why a prenup is safe. There's nothing wrong with it. And you can convince a guy who's making $50K a year, because if he has the drive that y'all want and he's the leader and he's going to do all those things, he would do it because he knows he's going to make more money in the future. So he needs to prepare for that.
So
But I'm saying we started the conversation because she said she wouldn't feel comfortable.
exactly. I'm
because of the
22.
money.
Yeah.
So that's how this
Well,
all started,
I
because
just-
she wouldn't feel comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I just
No,
want
this
you.
all started because I said that I'm 22 right now. Just because I'm not looking for a partner to settle down and get married with, I'm living my life. I'm living my life. Honestly, me today, what am I gonna do with a baby? I'm 22.
Once
I'm
again-
trying to go out. I'm trying to do all this
And I
stuff.
said
He
something.
How
never
I'ma do
said
that?
you can have.
That's what
You
I'm
need
saying.
to
He
have a
wasn't
baby
trying
right
to say
now.
He's saying at
right now.
an
He's
earlier
saying like
age.
it's just in
At an
general.
early
Like
age.
you never know what's gonna
I'm
happen.
at the early age right
No,
now.
early
22,
age is
23,
25,
25,
26,
26.
27.
Okay.
That's early age, 25
God.
to 30. That's early age.
And
That's
I'm
what
just
he
saying
means,
to
like,
find
before
the guy
30.
right now. Like, I'm just saying to find the guy. Like, you don't have to get married next year. You don't have to have a kid next year. But to start vetting and finding a good guy, you do need to start soon. And here's the thing. You are right. You're young. You're 22. But I tell girls that are 22 this shit specifically because you don't want to end up a 30 or 40-year-old woman. I go on TikTok every day and go to the hashtag dating over 30, dating over 40. And these women are crying all day on there because they can't get no men anymore. Okay, and they're not the same value that they were before. Okay, you hit something called a wall at a certain age, and you're young, so you're not going to experience this for a decade or longer. But you're mentally going to hit a point where you're going to realize you're not pulling the same guys that you were pulling when you were 22, like you are right now, and you don't want to be at that point. So I'm giving you advice so that doesn't happen to you. You don't have to follow it at all. You can be a cat lady at 40. I really don't give two shits.
I don't think
But
I am.
I'm just saying that's just the best route to take. If you want to be happy at 50, it's the best route to take.
He said a cat lady.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a cat and
Like-
I'm not 50.
I need my husband by the time I'm 25, or I'm gonna be a cat lady. Like,
No, friend. I'm here to find.
no.
I'm gonna help you
I
find
don't
somebody.
need no help finding a man.
So
Cause it seems like y'all look
I'll
crazy.
answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would
baby, I'm
not. I would
simple,
not
though.
have a baby young.
Exactly.
One, for financial reasons. Two, I would, regardless of, I would like to have my career, regardless of a man. And also the caliber of man that I attract now versus I attracted before my 30s is totally different.
That's the husband.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
husband, yes, like the men that I attract now are well within the six figures before I was 30. So no, I would not have a child early.
Well, those guys aren't going to take you serious though. What you and every other woman your age keeps thinking is that you're going to get taken serious at your age, and you're not.
At
30, at 31 years old, you're not going to get taken serious by a guy who's successful. It's just the truth.
Y'all need to read.
Yeah, no,
No,
you would
I
already
just
you would
think it's
already have a
so
ring on your finger if it
funny.
was true. You'd already be married if that
I
was
just
true.
think it's so funny because you talk like, and I'm trying to take you serious. But I think that you come off so derogatory, as if like a woman has to follow your ABC steps. And it's if you know me, if you know the men that I want, or the men that I talk to, and you're telling me that the men I talk to don't take me serious because they're
If you were
successful.
in it, you would
And
be in
so-
a relationship.
They wanna
You
have
understand?
sex.
Women of value
They
get
wanna
locked
have
in.
sex.
Women
Wait,
get
whoa,
locked
my
in. That
God.
are valuable.
Not
You're
women of
wanna have
value.
sex.
They
You
do.
let me sound
They
like
get locked
you're
in.
sounding like Kevin Samuels here, but also
Hell yeah, I'm
pause.
kind of like Kevin Samuels. He's one of the greatest
Oh,
guys to ever
okay,
try to
well,
actually fix the community.
okay,
What are
well,
you
then
talking about?
Help me!
Dating-
Help me!
I'm gonna sign off. Thank you.
Disrespect Kevin Samuels. Get the fuck out of here.
Help
The
me.
fuck? Like, you sound goofy as hell.
Me.
Like, literally the guy that tries to fix the community, tries to fix relationships more than anybody else in this world, and you're gonna talk shit about him?
I'm not
The
even
guy that
gonna lie.
literally tries to save the community and put people back together, and you talk shit about him? He's dead. You're crazy.